It is now time for Who You Got. Now, who do you got?
Welcome to Week 18 of the NFL regular season. We are just now 1 week away from playoffs, right?
That's right.
1 week off from playoffs. We got some big games this week.
Yeah, a lot of action going on the final week of the regular season.
Got a big game between the Lions and the Vikings for the division, the North
For the division and the conference.
and the number one seed.
That's what I mean by the conference.
Sam, what has been going on in the sports week this week? I know last week you weren't here because of the holidays.
Right.
I nervously had to make a video myself.
Yeah. No, I listened to that. You did good. You did all right. I mean,
You did all right.
You did all right. You definitely were nervous, I could tell. But we got through it. I did win the previous week as well from the tiebreaker. So the series now stands at, I'm at 10-7. Kill's at 7-10.
Womp womp.
I'm 177-79. He's 172-84 overall. But yeah, some crazy stuff happening. The NFL's getting down to the nitty gritty. I think it's just really cool. Even though they're in my division, that the Vikings and Lions are playing for that number one seed for the conference and the division in the final week of the regular season. Even though my Packers, they're pretty much shooting at the 7th seed, unless Commanders lose to the Cowboys somehow this weekend, which would put us up against Philly in the first round of the playoffs. But it'll be interesting to see. I would like to see Cincinnati sneak into the playoffs as well. I've kind of already talked about that before. If they win and the Broncos lose and the Dolphins lose, then they're in. So we'll see what happens. But college football is getting crazy. Oregon lost to Ohio State just last night, I think.
And Notre Dame beat Georgia today.
Today, yeah. So
Not like an hour ago.
some crazy stuff going on in the college football world. I'm disappointed in the Oregon loss. But I don't think we've talked about Nebraska winning their bowl game against Boston College. The Pinstripe Bowl, strong way to end the season. I thought that was really cool. Ramir Johnson winning the MVP of the game.
In his hometown, too. I mean, that's another big one.
Yeah.
In his hometown.
In his hometown, finishing his career off strong at Nebraska. I'm excited to see what the future brings next season. And, yeah, just a strong way to end the season for them. How about you? Anything you like to add?
I know for this week's game, Alex Anzalone, he's going to be playing possibly this weekend. So,
yeah,
they finally had him full pads this week. He had a brace on his arm when he broke it.
I did also recently hear that Jair Alexander is pretty much out for the season unless the Packers make it to the Super Bowl.
That's how it is for Aiden Hutchinson, too.
Yeah.
But that's a big if.
But I love how we're doing this year, but I don't see us, having lost twice to the Vikings, twice to the Lions. We also lost to the Eagles, which is your top three teams in the NFC. We're struggling against those good teams, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Anything else you got? I'm drawing a blank. I don't think there's a whole lot that happened during the Christmas.
MVP
deal.
has come down to basically a two-man race between Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. I think Lamar will get it. I think it kind of sucks. I also did hear Philly is going to sit their starters for this week. I was really hoping to see Saquon get that record. I think regardless, he still is going to win Offensive Player of the Year, though.
Well, the Lions, a lot of people, when they played the 49ers, everyone's like, you should rest your starters, blah, blah, blah.
No, why? You guys still have the number one seed to play for.
I know.
Why would you sit your starters?
I don't know. I'm glad that we played our starters. I mean,
yeah, you needed that win. Otherwise, the Vikings would have taken the lead.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, we can get into these this week. There's definitely some interesting ones to finish off the regular season.
You got the Browns at the Ravens.
Saturday game.
Kind of odd, but
We got a couple Saturday games this week. I think that's an easy Ravens dub.
I think that is also easy raisins.
think-
Go Raisins!
I think the Raisins will win this one. I think
Baltimore Raisins.
Ravens
I
are
think we're going to have to start doing that now. The Baltimore Raisins.
they're playing they're playing for the AFC North title, man. They're gonna win that game. They're looking at getting the 3 seed and hosting a playoff game. So
Next, we got a
go
good
Raisins.
Go Raisins. Them Raisins and Lamar Jackson. Damn them. We got the Bengals at the Steelers in Pittsburgh. That's gonna be a good one.
I'm going Bengals.
Like you said, the Bengals are gonna be fighting to get in that last playoff spot, the wild card.
Steelers have lost 4 in a row, I think.
Yep. What was that thing you told me the other day that you said if Joe Burrow and the Bengals, Bengals get in?
So I think that personally, I think if the Bengals can somehow sneak into the playoffs with how this season has went, I think Joe Burrow at least deserves consideration for the MVP award with how good of a season he's having. I don't think he'll win it just because I feel like you need to win the division nowadays to win the MVP, and he's obviously not going to win the division, but I think he deserves consideration along with Lamar and Josh Allen.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I think that's gonna be a good, easy lose.
I want to see him sneak into the playoffs. I do.
It's gonna be I think it's gonna be a fight. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, it will be. Steelers don't go down easy at home, but I do want to say, just with how this season has went for them, man, their defense has been atrocious. But with how good of a season that offense has had, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, they deserve to be in the playoffs, and I want to see them sneak in there.
We got the Panthers at the Falcons. Speaking of the Falcons, saw the other day that I think actually maybe it was today, the Browns are linking to the Kirk Cousins offseason.
I heard about that too.
They think I think it's gonna happen. I think the Falcons are gonna get rid of.
They will. They've moved on to Penix.
Yeah.
But
remember how everybody in the draft was like, well, why do they draft a quarterback?
Cousins is washed, man. He's not going to go to Cleveland and save you guys. You'd be smarter. You'd be better off just sticking with Jameis Winston, honestly. He's younger, bigger arm. Just needs a little coaching up.
I'm going to go with the Panthers on this one. I think they've been playing pretty hot lately.
I'm going to go Falcons.
They're not having a great year, obviously.
I'm going to go Falcons, 1, because they're home. 2, because if they win and the Bucks somehow lose, I don't see the Bucks losing, but if they do win and the Bucks lose, the Falcons win the NFC South and make the playoffs. But I don't think that'll happen, but they're going to be playing hard, they're going to be playing motivated.
My case for the Panthers is they're pretty good for being a shitty team. I mean,
they've gotten better. Bryce Young has stepped his game up.
I think yes, Bryce Young has really stepped up his game. He's really making some good moves out there, and he's showing that hey, I might have sucked at the beginning of the year, but I don't give a fuck what you say. Basically, after
they benched it for Andy Dalton, they brought him back. He's played a lot better. He has, and give him some more weapons. Next season.
I mean, Adam Thielen, he's getting pretty old.
Adam Thielen's old, but Xavier Leggett's pretty good.
Yep.
They got a good running back in Chuba Hubbard. Underrated.
We got the Texans, kind of a pretty easy win for the Texans. I'm going with them.
I don't know. The thing is, they might sit their starters, because I'm pretty sure they're locked in at the 4th seed, no matter what. Nothing, whether they win or lose, that can't change. I could see them resting their starters in this game. That said, I still think they'll beat the Titans because the Titans are trash. So I'm still going to say Texans, but it might be closer than you think.
Yeah, I'm going Texans.
Yeah.
Next game is going to be the Giants at the Eagles. Easy W for the Giants.
Eagles are sitting their starters, remember?
Eagles.
I'm going to have to go Eagles, too. Honestly, I wish they would give Saquon a shot to... They want to save him for the playoffs, but it's dude,
That dude's a horse.
It's like, dude,
Why'd save
you
him?
can go for the record and still make a run in the playoffs. Like, he could get hurt in the playoffs. Like, I don't know. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for Saquon. He's probably not going to get it again because seasons like this for running backs are so rare. The closest one to having back-to-back 2,000-yard season with Derrick Henry, but he got hurt that second year. You remember that? But,
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do we know?
I think it would be perfect to see Saquon break Eric Dickerson's record
On his old team.
against his former team in the season
Yeah.
finale. Like, they gave up on him. They chose Daniel Jones over him.
Now they're
Idiots.
Tommy DeVito or Drew Lock. Ah.
Jaguars at Colts.
Colts.
Colts are team uninspired right now, but Jags are trash. I'll go with Colts. Commanders at Cowboys. I got to go Commanders. Reason being is they're playing for positioning in the playoffs. Like, the thing is it's between Commanders and Packers for the 6th and 7th seed. Right now, Commanders hold it. They have the tiebreaker over us. We have the same record. But it's the difference between traveling to Philly or traveling to L.A. You got that 5 seed, you got to go play the Rams in L.A. You got the 6 seed, you go to play L.A., the Rams. You got the 7th seed, you got to go to Philly and play the Eagles. I'd much rather play the Rams with my dad on standby. What?
I saw what you mean, by the way. He updated it. His picture.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm going Commanders on that one because they're playing for positioning in the playoffs.
The Cowboys have nothing to lose. I'm going to go with the Commanders, honestly, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys somehow upset them at the end, but
I could see them giving Trey Lance some play time. They got nothing to play for.
yeah. And then now you got the next game. You got Bears at Packers. Go with the Packers
Got
on
to
this
roll with
one.
my Packers. I
I
mean,
mean,
you know, they're gonna be playing hard, trying to get that 6th seed instead of the 7th seed.
speaking of the Bears, you want to know what that GM is doing? There's a rumor going around that he's trying to sway the team from hiring Ben Johnson. Supposedly. You know why? He's afraid that he's going to go after his GM spot. If that ain't no delusional
That's insecure.
GM,
That's just straight up insecurity right there. Honestly, I've heard rumors of a few different coaches they might go after. I heard Mike Vrabel is linked to the Patriots, and I've heard Rex Ryan is linked to the Jets.
yeah, that's what I heard too. And he said he was not opposed to it.
I heard Rex Ryan or Ron Rivera to the Jets.
Imagine both of them. Ron Rivera is a good defensive coach, and so is Rex Ryan.
Ryan could be the head coach, Ron Rivera the DC, but it'd be interesting. The Jets haven't made the playoffs since Rex Ryan. Anyway, but yeah.
Sometimes when you bring back all the coaches, doesn't mean you're gonna instantly see that success that you once had.
No, but he could bring that dog fight back in them. We'll talk more about that when we get to the Jets game. There's a couple other things I want to talk about, but obviously I'm picking Packers over the Bears, and I'm going Bucks over the Saints. Bucks win the NFC South and get that 4th seed.
You know, speaking of the Bucks, I was talking with my coworker today, and say the Lions lose on Sunday, right? That's who we're gonna be playing around.
If you guys lose, yeah, you guys will be the 5th seed. You'll go to Tampa. Yeah.
And we don't do well against Tampa. Like we play them hard, but sometimes at the end it's tricky.
That was your one loss
the last 2
until
games.
you lost to Buffalo.
Yes.
Crazy. Well, you beat them in the playoffs last year, though, but that was in your stadium.
Yeah. We almost beat them this year, but they just got lucky, I guess.
Bucks are solid, though. Baker's having a career year.
Bills at the Patriots in New England. Easily Bills.
Heard we might see some Mitch Trubisky in this one. Heard Josh Allen will get the start. I think the Bills are locked.
Trubisky.
Bills are locked in.
One Trubisky, please.
One grape, please. I heard the the Bills are locked in at the 2 seed for the AFC. So they're going to give some backup some playing time. Josh Allen's going to start, I heard, but Trubisky's going to get a lot of playing time. That said, I still think the Bills are going to win. Chargers at Raiders. Go the Chargers.
The Chargers.
They're going to get that 6.
Chargers.
Actually, I think
Chargers.
if the Chargers win and the Steelers lose, as we're predicting, the Chargers will actually get the 5th seed. Steelers will drop to the 6th seed.
Well, did you know the Chargers actually have like the fewest? I think it was the fewest turnovers under Jim Harbaugh that they have.
I believe
in
it.
the NFL right now.
He is giving Justin Herbert the structure he has needed his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
The running game, the defense. He's not just out there winging it, 50 times a game.
All right, we got the 49ers, the 49er Miners at the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going Cardinals on this one. Although they played pretty hard last week against my Detroit Lions,
I'm going to go Niners.
They seem like they're pretty good at biffing at the end.
I'm going Niners. I hate the 49ers. It's crazy to see their fall from grace this year. The past, jeez. It's been so many years now. They've made it to at least the NFC Championship game dating back to 2019. They made it to the Super Bowl, didn't make the playoffs. NFC Championship, Super Bowl, and now they're going to be out of the playoffs again. I think they might even finish last in their division, 3rd or 4th. I'll go with 49ers over the Cardinals. Chiefs at Broncos. Chiefs are resting their starters, obviously.
Broncos. I'm going Broncos.
They're in Denver. Broncos win, they're in.
You really think they rest their starters in a game like that?
The Chiefs are resting their starters.
That's wild.
They have the 1 seed locked up.
I know, but still.
You think they would just
they're rivals. So,
I know.
You know what I mean?
You'd think maybe they would. I think obviously the rest of their starters, but I think those backups are going to play hard to keep the Broncos out of the playoffs.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's Carson Wentz.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sitting over really disagreeing with that one with the Chiefs.
Well, the thing is also they get a first round bye anyway.
I know, but
why? No, I agree with you. Go ahead and play your starters because they're going to get a week off anyway.
Yeah, I
They're the
don't know.
1 seed.
I feel like the Chiefs are more the prima donna team in the NFL.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs though because, like I said, I'm pulling for the Bengals. I'm pulling for the Bengals to get that spot, and the Broncos need to lose for that to happen.
Here's the good game. We got the Seahawks at the Rams. Usually historically good. Last time they played, good old man Stafford, which he's not playing this weekend.
Yeah, Rams have the 3rd seed locked up.
Jimmy G's playing. So they had a good little last-second touchdown from Max Stafford over the top to the Puka Nacua, I think it was, who caught it.
Either him or Cooper Kupp.
Cooper
Kupp, Puka Nacua.
Did you Puka
Nacua, Cooper. Weird names.
Rams.
I'm going to go Rams.
Dolphins at Jets.
I'm going Jets.
Super Bowl III rematch. Damn it.
Super Bowl III was Jets Colts.
Close enough.
Because the Colts were technically NFL back then.
Yeah.
Jets were AFL. Baltimore Colts.
Anyway, I think for the last game of the season for Mr. Aaron Rodgers, who could be the last game for him.
Could be.
Career or as a Jet, or maybe not.
Or he might not even play. Who knows?
However,
might be the Tyrod Taylor show.
Jets.
I'm going
Jets. Jets.
Normally I'd go Dolphins, but Tua plays terribly in the cold. And they're at the Jets. And when Tua plays terrible, the Dolphins play terrible.
All right. Now I think it's probably our game of the week.
100%.
Is the Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings.
This is a really tough one, man, because as much as I want to root for your Lions, I really do. I would rather see your Lions win the division than the Vikings. That said, the Vikings just look better right now, and it's a hard choice.
Yeah, look at the tiebreaker point too.
How many do we have different?
I think 3 right now.
Let's see.
It's either 3 or 4. Because you got the Falcons at the Patriots or Panthers. So that's
Falcons
one.
and Panthers. Oh, 49ers, Cardinals, Chiefs, Broncos. Yeah. So we're good.
Okay.
We're good. If we pick the same one here, that is.
All right. Okay, let me just say this though. Both defenses are not great right now. They're both hurt. I do think the offense might be a little bit
That's
better in the
true.
Vikings
Yeah, that's true.
because we also have a lot of people on
I
offense.
think you're a little more balanced. Like, I think you have a more balanced offense. I think the Vikings, like, at their best, have a little more explosiveness with Justin Jefferson and with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, he's got a stronger arm than Jared Goff.
Yes.
He can launch it, but Jared Goff is more accurate.
I think he's more of a game manager than
Jared Goff's more of a field general.
and I think he's better under pressure than Sam Darnold.
And I think you guys have a more physically sound running game than the Vikings with Jahmyr Gibbs.
And our offensive line is still pretty good.
Yeah.
Receiver core is still
I'm going to
pretty
go
good.
Lions. I'm going to go Lions.
You know,
So we're good.
even adding back, I think Jack Campbell and fucking Alex Anzalone, that's a big get for us on defense this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, Gator boy over there, he I tell you what, he was a nobody before he came to the Lions, and now he's the starting linebacker, and here we are.
Yeah.
Proved everybody wrong and whatnot, but obviously I'm going with the Lions.
I'll roll Lions.
I hate thinking about the game because I don't know if it's gonna be like a good one or a bad one or what.
So,
I'm excited for it.
yeah, it'll be a good game. It'll go down to the wire. Just like ours did. I'm so disappointed we couldn't pull off that comeback against the Vikings last week. Like, we haven't gotten blown out by any of these guys, so we have a shot once playoffs come. It's a whole new season, but so I just also want to recap. We went through all the games. So, AFC, my playoff seeding order would be number 1 seed would be the Chiefs, 2 seed Bills, 3 seed Ravens, 4 seed Texans, and then it would actually be Chargers at 5, Steelers at 6, and then Bengals at 7 is what I have. I think you, with the way you predicted, did you pick Bengals or Steelers in that game? You picked Bengals, didn't you?
Yes.
So you would have Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Steelers. No, yeah, Chargers, Steelers, and then, but you would have Broncos instead of the Bengals there. NFC, Lions, Eagles, Rams, Bucks, Vikings, Commanders, Packers. And I will say on that Jets note with Rex Ryan, if he does come back, he can't run. I don't think the offense he ran when he was there before is going to work.
Yeah.
The ground and pound, smash mouth football with whoever they had. Was it Thomas Jones? I think they had LT for a year, Sean Green. And then they had Sanchez at quarterback. They're going to need to get a quarterback, a good quarterback. There can still be an element of that style of football, but like you got to have a good quarterback. You got to be able to throw the ball in this day and age. Thanks for tuning in to the TNT Boys. Who you got? Week 18, last week of the regular season. Exciting times. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty of the NFL season. Playoffs are soon to be underway. Check out all the Agent Life Media podcasts. TNT Boys, obviously. Talking Dirt, Useless Assumptions, Touching Base. Check them all out. They're all great. All good people. All right. Now who you got?